Hello everyone, Rana here. So today I wanted to make a video all on the power of essential oils and why you really should be incorporating them into your spiritual practice. So I'm a certified aromatherapist and I really wanted to talk all about the extreme power really that essential oils have. They're very concentrated plant extracts, and when used correctly and when used responsibly, again, they really have the power and the potential to elevate your vibrational frequency and really support your overall health, not just your mental health, your emotional health, but also your physical health. There are so many benefits of essential oils, such as helping to improve your sleep, reduce your stress, improve your digestion, again, and just improve so many areas of your mental health. You can incorporate them into your meditation practice or any other kind of sadhana. So essential oils are also really used in Ayurveda as well. And once we really understand what our unique dosha is, we can select the appropriate essential oils to really kind of, again, support the overall health of the body. So again, as I mentioned, there are so many benefits of essential oils, and really, just it's such a small bottle, right, of product, but a small bottle alone really has the power to really influence our overall health, our overall mental health, our emotional health, and even our auric field as well. There are actually ways that you can cleanse your space similar to how you would by burning sage or palo santo or incense or anything like that, just by placing a drop or two of essential oil and kind of rubbing your palms together and kind of dispersing it in your space, in your energetic field, and that alone can really kind of cleanse your space and kind of reset your energy. So just so many benefits, and I wanted to get into all of them today. So when inhaled directly, the molecules of essential oils really influence the limbic system of the brain, which go on to affect our overall mood and emotions. So it's really interesting once you kind of look into the olfactory system, which is kind of our sense of smell, and the connection with our limbic system, and how science actually shows that this has a direct influence on our overall well-being, and we can use aromatherapy to really support that. So there are so many different kinds of essential oils. I have some here. These are some that a lot of my clients really like. They tend to be ones that blend really nicely together, like some of the citrus ones, some of the more kind of subtle floral ones. And as you can see, I have my diffuser going here. And this is also a really great way to kind of incorporate aromatherapy as well. You don't just have to kind of inhale directly from the bottle, although you can definitely do that if you're kind of on the go, but you can make personal inhalers. You can do different body creams and body oils. You can just anoint your third eye. You can make room sprays to kind of elevate the frequency of your room and kind of freshen things up. You can make linen sprays, pillow sprays. Are a lot of different ways, again, that you can actually incorporate essential oils into your daily routine. I share a lot of that over on my blog, but it's really interesting because there have been studies done, and Valerie Ann Wormwood, she talks a lot about this, but there have been studies done that show that there are vibrational frequencies in many essential oils through certain testing. So again, we can actually really directly understand through a lot of these studies that essential oils and aromatherapy alone really can and does have the ability to actually elevate our overall vibrational frequency. So we don't even really have to be doing much other than just kind of like applying these alone. If you just want to work with this healing modality, of course, this is just part of so much of what I talk about within kind of dharmic healing. And again, there's a Ayurvedic approach to using aromatherapy as well with understanding the doshas. But this is just one way, once we really understand that, because of the plant extracts are so incredibly concentrated, it's different from like a hydrosol, which is kind of the more like water-based distillate of the process of extracting essential oils. This is the actual like direct plant matter, which is why it's so concentrated, and it is important to dilute it. You can apply some neat. It doesn't always harm you. It just, you have to understand which ones are appropriate to kind of like apply directly. I do that sometimes, especially if I'm really sick with something. But once you kind of dilute them and you blend them really nicely, you can again create a concoction that has the again ability to really elevate your overall emotional state. And it's just a very quick, easy, and fun way to really again use these kind of holistic health modalities to improve your overall spiritual wellness. So again, as I mentioned, they carry the unique vibrational imprint of the plants they're derived from, and when used consciously, they really have the ability to clear our auric field, elevate our overall frequency, clear kind of stagnant energy around, and actually improve our overall physical health. This isn't just like an energetic or mental and emotional thing. It can actually really have a profound effect on the physical health, such as like applying it over certain organs, right? Like if you're really kind of struggling with detoxification, for instance, you can apply certain ones over your liver. If you're really kind of like feeling a lot of aching in the body, you can make certain salves and rubs and apply it that way as well. So the benefits are just multifold, and I really just want to emphasize how you can actually do so many things with essential oils. So again, I just recommend using them responsibly, because given the fact that they are so resource intensive, it does require a lot of plant material to produce just even a small bottle. And certain ones are even more so the case, like rose essential oil, which actually has one of the highest vibrational frequencies. You know, rose alone in herbalism is energetically very heart opening. It's really good at relieving stress, but it's just really good for the heart, for grief, for overall emotional health. It's a very powerful, a very beautiful oil, but it takes a tremendous amount of roses to even produce a small bottle of rose essential oil. So that's why it's also tends to be very expensive, like easily $100 for a bottle like this size. So again, just you want to use them responsibly, and you really don't need that much. Sometimes you can find recipes online that have like, you know, these really kind of these recipes that have so much essential oils in it for like a small bottle of like a massage oil, but that's really not needed. You can get so much benefit just from using it very subtly. So it can even be just inhaling it straight from the bottle, and making different like oils, body oils, massage oils, things like that. So in the Dharmic tradition, there is what's known as prana, which is essentially our life force energy. And aromatherapy can really help increase prana in the body. And when we have a lot of prana, of course, we don't want too much, right? We often see that with like a vata dosha person, for instance, who has oftentimes they have a tendency to have too much prana, and that can actually cause problems sometimes. So we don't want too much, but having a really healthy amount of prana really has the ability to kind of again give us really sustainable energy and make us just feel really kind of happy, and puts us in a better mood, right? It kind of helps us do our deep work in the world and just feel really vibrant and full of life. And again, this is a really great way, a very easy way, and an effective way to increase prana in the body, similar to how obviously pranayama, right? These breathing techniques help increase prana in the body, and other things as well, like getting exposure to nature. I think these are kind of the healing modalities in Ayurveda that we use. But this again is a really great way to increase prana in the body. And because of their crystalline molecular structure, essential oils have the ability to really hold and transmit light. So it's kind of this transmutation that happens when we use them on ourselves as well, because they're energetically so powerful. When we use them on our space, on our physical bodies, on our auric fields, to cleanse our auric fields, we have again this ability to directly elevate our overall vibrational frequency. So it was Henry Oldfield that developed this system that really visualizes the energetic aura of all living things. And he found that by applying through this system, I believe it was called PIP testing, that by placing essential oils, he actually did the study on a human hand with the essential oil and without, and the one with the essential oil had this auric field that was just like really beautiful, really glowing, really a very magnetic auric field, and the one that didn't have the oil didn't have this kind of aura around it. So again, just really interesting studies that really goes to show how powerful these how powerful essential oils really are. So I highly encourage you all to incorporate aromatherapy again into your spiritual practice, into your sadhana. That could be in so many different ways. One of my favorites is just doing a lot of chakra therapy. So you can, of course, start at the base chakra. So you have, the root, and then work your way up. There are many blends and certain just single oils that really help balance each energy center. I love doing that. As I mentioned, you can even, as you work your way up, just continue to anoint the energy centers. I like doing that as well. And this is just a great way, an easy way really, that you can work with aromatherapy in a spiritual practice. So this can be done during your meditation practice or your yoga asana or anything like that. So I just kind of wanted to share a little on essential oils. They are so powerful. Of course, they smell so nice. And these are just some of the ones that I have. There are many essential oils. You just kind of have to find ones that you really find pleasant, because of course that's going to be the most important part. If you really aren't really liking the scents of certain ones, you're not going to use them as often as you should be, and you're not going to really get the full benefit of aromatherapy. So as I mentioned, you have a lot of like floral ones that tend to be really, really high vibe. Like rose is extremely high vibe, but even something like lavender has a high vibrational frequency as well. And that is, of course, very well known to be good for calming and relaxation. A lot of people use it to help them sleep or to help like reduce anxiety. So the floral ones are really good, especially for like women's health. Clary sage is very balancing for women as well. The citrus ones are just so beautiful. Like this is an orange, a blood orange, and this is always very uplifting. Lemon, you have lime, grapefruit. All of these citrus ones are very bright, very uplifting. A lot of people tend to like citrus. And then you can kind of get into like more woodsy, earthy ones like black spruce. This is also a very high vibe one as well. And kind of, just reminds you of the outdoors. There's like pine. So if you really enjoy these kind of like woodsy nature smells, you can experiment with some of those. So really the possibilities are endless. There are so many beautiful oils. I really like, brand-wise, I tend to like Plant Therapy. I don't have an affiliation currently. I just really like their oils, and they tend to be quite affordable and they have good deals. Florihana is another nice one as well. They're a French company. This one is cypress, and actually cypress is a very good oil for helping with life transition. So this one is one of my favorites to use whenever a client is going through something like really difficult in their life, like a death, the passing of a loved one, if they're moving, which can be really hard emotionally. Any like really intense life transition that is really disrupting them emotionally. So cypress is actually really good to use for any kind of life transition. This is a great one. So yeah, these are just kind of some of the brands I like. There are a lot of other brands as well. And yeah, as I mentioned, there are a lot of different ways to actually incorporate them. This is, I always love having my diffuser going, but you can easily, make different kind of body oils, body butters, massage oils. You can do room sprays. I find that a lot of people really like something that is very simple, like just using a roller bottle and having that to kind of roll on their pulse points, so around their neck before they go to bed, or even just using like a pillow mist. A lot of people tend to like that as well. So again, just kind of really easy, simple gateways to incorporate essential oils. So that was it for today's video. Just kind of wanted to give a little overview. I could talk about this stuff all day long. I am actually certified in this, so I would just love to know what are some of your guys' favorite oils that you use. What are some of your favorite scents? What do you feel like essential oils really help you with? I'd love to know, because they really are so powerful. And I just feel like the more we can get people to really use them and to incorporate them into their everyday just wellness practices, you can really receive a lot of benefit from them. I personally really, really love using peppermint essential oil. It's so incredibly invigorating. It's really nice to use before a workout or any kind of strenuous physical activity that you might be doing, or just any kind of practice that involves extra concentration and focus. It's just very rejuvenating. It really helps wake you up as well. So it's nice to use whenever you're feeling really kind of run down or fatigued. It's easily one of my favorites, and it's of course, very common. It's not hard to find, and it's quite affordable as well. So again, I'd love to know, what are some of your favorite oils that you use? Do you even use essential oils? And if not, I highly encourage you to start. So that was it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed it, and we will talk soon. Bye.